So, when I had the TV show, I got Punisher Daredevil and Return Jessica Jones, all that stuff after 3 years ago. Of course you do. Well, apparently came by when I did the MCU a lot earlier. But think them all saying bullshit, those things never happened. Okay. Also, I knew from the beginning, something at the very beginning, and I suspected I did it at the very beginning. I was right. I called it. I knew something at the very beginning. These shows they were made actually not for MCU. They went more to him himself, and guess what? I said they canceled. Hey, Mom. Hey, guys, me on Touch Boy, and Marvel Blocked Feige, and Ghost Rider and Punisher MCU. So, yep. Now we're talking weird news. When I do well know, I'm not sure if I'm more. Okay, that's not true. I heard the MCU is cool and all bad. I'm not a fan of Paul Runner. Paul Runner fucking asshole could be scumbag. And now that we know the truth, we know I think that he can't put people part of the MCU at the very beginning. This again for my boy like more entertainment. It's complete hacks. These other people from more entertainment are coming mods. So yeah, it should be fun. Again, know what I mean? What I mean by that? Well, you'll find out later. So, do you want about ancient news? Yep, so enjoy the show. See ya. Alright, as you can tell my intro, as you can tell my intro about this news. Why? You'll find out. Let's get started. According to the article I have at MCU.com, and I quote, Marvel Black Spider-Man goes right there and punches the MCU. Yep. As the Marvel Cinematic Universe continues to expand into television with a variety of Disney Plus TV series and miniseries, a growing absence has been the characters who have previously starred in Netflix streaming programs, like Punisher, Daredevil, and for that Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist. Yep. This has led some fans to feel that Marvel Studios were not initially interested in some of the darker characters of the Marvel Universe. That's why the characters were used on Netflix rather than being at the MCU. As it turns out, that wasn't the case at all. Nope. Marvel Studios never even had the chance to use their Punisher to go join more characters. Nope. It turns out this is all by Paul Runner, asshole. But in a minute, you'll find out. Yep. Famous Marvel Entertainment sold out the movie rights to a number of its characters over the years. And as time went by, movies were never made featuring these other characters. Marvel regained the rights. Couldn't have any characters. One Captain America even turned to any movie of any kind among them. Yeah, the thing that Captain America movie like for a decade ago was really, really bad. So it took basically a decade to get Captain America back. And more. Those would have been for the age of Marvel Studios, but the time had passed. Marvel regained the movie rights to some characters who had previously had filmed like Daredevil, Punisher, and Ghost Rider. The last two good at Marvel films, and which were really not good, they were all bad, to tell you the truth. Well, okay, only Ghost and Punisher at Marvel film, only 2 films. Well, maybe that 3, but Punisher had 3 movies. The only good one, Marvel Tom and Jane one. The other 2 were just garbage. Ghost Rider was just bad. Anymore. You would normally figure that Marvel Studios were giving out to decide if they wanted to do something with those characters when the movie reverted to Marvel. But that was not the case at all. Nope. In a new book, a story of Marvel Studios to make it a Marvel Cinematic Universe, it revealed that Marvel Entertainment, aka the people who actually run the comic division and TV division, promoted and his ass and more, purposely avoid giving Marvel Studios access to this character, explaining. While many observers assume that the entire stable of characters will go directly into Marvel Studios' movie development process, it was decided by Marvel Entertainment higher-ups, promoter they're referring to, because the movie stars are already deeply committed to the successful Avengers characters and in paying Guardians of the Galaxy characters, that the returnees would instead help build a planned TV empire under the direct control of Marvel Entertainment, not Marvel Studios. So, like I mentioned before, the Netflix show, those are made by Marvel Entertainment, not Marvel Studios. So, you guys know why the movie's not bringing the kid in, because they have no access to those characters. Nope. Puma, they're gonna be scum out of the way as he blocked MCU rankings and the user characters. Media is always your time. Glad you fucking Puma, you destroyed your own universe. Bravo, glad fucking go. I called it. I was right. I knew something about it very beginning. Why the show they were fun the movies because they weren't getting the movie at all. It was all bullshit and more. As it turned out, Marvel Studios actually wanted the characters at the time, but were turned down at the book notes. The film side had no control over those characters, despite their interest in developing them. Instead, they all went to Marvel Entertainment. Ghost Rider appeared in Age of S.H.I.E.L.D. and others were played in different streaming series. In the time since then, though, Marvel Entertainment has gone under, and Marvel Studios now have control over both film and television. So there are no longer any fight over the right to concern characters. Rather, Marvel Studios and taking time to determine how best to voice character like Daredevil, Punisher, goes around the MCU. Yep. And that they're all in a show. But also, apparently those characters we mentioned before, Punisher goes around Daredevil, I don't remember what time, those characters got brought into more entertainment, and that's why we have not got a new show ever since, because Promo fucking winning up. Emma would him fucking like the MCU over for their own telling Emma would crash and burn hard. Yep. Yeah, I don't want to show them. Before I go, you well know I'm also I think as a studio. Yes, I'm making it out perfect, even I'm making some mistakes. But damn it, you can set the quality very, very high. They've done a good movie for the past couple of years, okay, a decade, and they know how they're doing. More entertainment, on the other hand, yeah, they fucked up after reaching my time bomb insanity. So yeah, this explains why it is SHIELD but the Netflix show will now want to be the MCU. Because they weren't allowed to be in the MCU because due to Perlmutter is complete jackass that he was, and actually blocked the character being in the MCU. Which can explain why the Netflix shows felt disconnected from the main MCU as a whole. Because in a way, this all makes sense. Because, think about it. When did the Netflix shows ever connect to the MCU? Answer, 0. They didn't connect to the MCU. There have been some characters in the MCU, but not all of them. And that's my main problem. Because let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, like, the MCU over hit that thing with the big UA, that thing that could work for these characters. Problem I'm in from over time, the MCU, you know, more entertaining jackass they were, prevent them from being in the MCU at the very beginning. Which will explain why the Netflix show felt disconnected at the very beginning. Because more entertainment, being out when they were, preventing them from being in the MCU. Which on one hand that fucking sucks because I mean we waited all this time watching the show and then gonna put my point on to our fucking assholes. Now with more entertainment actually now gone under with that debate now dead and buried, what does it mean for these characters? To be honest, I have no idea. My best guess is now that budget actors these characters front of me after years of bullshit, I think it's safe to assume that the Netflix shows are now officially dead and buried. Heck. I mean, let's be honest, much I love Daredevil, much I love Punisher, I love Luke and Jessica Jones, let's be honest, these shows did not feel connected to the MCU as a whole. In fact, I mean, they felt like they were separate offshoots to not the MCU, but more to connect to their own universe. Which, on one end, that's a good thing, but on the other hand, though, that kind of sucks, because I mean, that limits their potential to be at the MCU, Marvel Cinematic as a whole, which actually sucks because these characters are kind of actually important to the Marvel universe. Okay, they're not super important, but they're very great studio characters that actually do enjoy Spider-Man. So the fact that these shows are not didn't feel connected at all. Again, Marvel Entertainment are fucking assholes, and I'm glad Marvel Entertainment now dead and buried and deal with this shit. So now that all the films are now back at where they belong, we can find CK probably adapted correctly this time around, and maybe that actually in the MCU possibly correctly. Now, like I said before, we don't know what kind of goes they're punching in the near future. As I said, we don't have our information going thing, and now we know the truth that these characters now to be the old MCU because Marvel Entertainment are fucking assholes. This again proves my point that these Marvel TV shows on Netflix are a complete waste of time. Which on one hand does suck, but I don't know, I knew from the very beginning something fell off the very beginning the minute after the Marvel series and Marvel Entertainment got split. Because let's be honest, and Marvel Entertainment made up on the Perlmutter. Perlmutter fucking asshole. I mean, let's not be honest, so, Perlmutter is the reason why we were in the match at the beginning. This asshole, until we wanted to all the Marvel TV shows, felt disconnected at the beginning. He's the one who got the Inhuman push after going with the X-Men. This fucking asshole ruined everything. Fuck this guy. I'm glad this guy actually gone, doesn't do shit anymore, with him acting out of power. What to think the guy? This guy's gone on to do shit. Like I said, we don't know what the future of the Marvel and Netflix show not done very. And with them now gone, with them now already finishing I think it's safe to assume that the Marvel Netflix show will probably be rebooted again. So that means that the kind of kid will probably go bye-bye. Which, on one end, that sucks. We are actually playing out these characters. Well, at least for Jessica Jones, Luke and Daredevil. Iron Fist, not so much. But I don't blame the actors. Probably more the writing. That's more particularly Scott Buck and his bullshit. But that's no way for another day. As far as more TV shows are concerned, this again proves my point that Marvel TV show will waste of time. And this again proves my point why the Marvel TV show should never have been made at the beginning. They should be part of the MCU at the very beginning. But Perlmutter being the asshole when he was blocked those characters being acting the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So they can prove my point that why do the show and not connect the MCU the whole, it's just a quick wait of time. Now, like I said before, we don't know what's going to happen to go try to do Punisher. I say we don't have anything going and things about anything. But the fact remains, this again proved my point why at the moment never still for a week of time, and it's out there to prove my point of why in do the shows if they're not going to do all the MCU the whole. Which, I'm not clear, so these games were made for Netflix shows, not Netflix movies, they didn't even know. These were made because I think all more saying it could be corporate assholes, and I'm glad they're gone, now they don't do the shit anymore. So, what the thing got this finally being the water Marvel Universe as a whole? Like, I mean, what made the Marvel Universe great, I think that they have all the characters adapted into one single universe. That was the point I think Stanley I think with the vision that all the characters in one single universe. And the high number to be two different directions, two different universes doesn't work for me. And this again proved my point why having these two studios I think was a bad idea. Marvel and Marvel studios could not work together. I'm glad Marvel is finally dead, having to deal with that shit anymore. So what this whole the MCU adapts the characters correctly, and we did that basically both Daredevil, Punisher, and Jessica Jones kid all correctly this time, and I'm fucking up because look, I know the MCU show always had it was amazing, but man, oh man, it was sucking into those shows that canceled because of civil war between both sides. And while it does suck, these characters are now basically part of what I'm saying, these characters are gone from Netflix. With Netflix show couldn't last forever, nothing lasts forever. So for better or for worse, what the thing the guys just can't find back where they belong, and we can get some good educators. But until we get that bridge, we chance. Final point. Wait, all. Hey, and then we with the good Indiana, all these characters will find people actually where they belong at the actual MCU and not be part of a separate offshoot unit. It doesn't make any sense. So, for better or for worse, what do you think the God that these characters find back where they belong, and now we see the characters probably adapted correctly. Final point. Wait, all. I am hoping for one thing though. We keep trying to get it, we keep asking the Kingpin after he can win. Well, after me, not for like Kingpin because, damn it, those two guys are amazing. I love the two actors. They did the kid justice. So please, if any character has to survive after the purge of Netflix, it should be Daredevil. Let the Daredevil show survive, and we keep that show going. After everything else, yeah, we're sure about that. Like I said, I'm just happy we finally answered all this bullshit. So, for better for worse, let's wait until we get more information. Add 4 out the upcoming Disney Plus shows, yeah, we're sure about that. I hope in doing these episodes, well, these characters have to get adapted correctly at the MCU and we can see them at the properly. So, let's just pray the guys that it happen. So, until we get that point, we can't. But on my point, wait, all. I think it's both. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Don't worry about Marvel Blocked Feige. I ain't going to try that. I'm putting it in the MCU. I'm pretty comment number 2 by the ancient is. Do you like it? Do it on us or good video on Twitter. Please comment channel for 2 stars. Quick the bell kind of opposite on story. Play if you can. I'm talking long live. Ditto. Go try and punch it. See ya. Bye. Ditto. See ya. Bye. Ditto. See ya. Bye.